Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 5, Book 59, number 492. Narrated by Suwaid bin Nu'man, who was one of those who witnessed the pledge of allegiance beneath the tree. Allah's apostle and his companions were given sawik and they chewed it. Volume 5, Book 59, number 493. Narrated by Abu Jamra. I asked Said bin Amra, who was one of the companions of the Prophet, one of those who gave the allegiance to the Prophet, the tree, can the witr prayer be repeated in one night? He said, if you have offered it in the first part of the night, you should not repeat it in the last part of the night. See Fatah al-Bari page 458 volume 8. Volume 5, Book 59, number 494. Narrated by Zaid bin Aslam. My father said, Allah's apostle was proceeding at night on one of his journeys and Umar bin al-Khattab was going along with him. Umar bin al-Khattab asked him about something, but Allah's apostle did not answer him. Umar asked him again, but he did not answer him. He asked him again, for the third time, but he did not answer him. On that Umar bin al-Khattab addressed himself saying, May your mother be bereaved of you, O Umar, for you have asked Allah's apostle thrice, yet he has not answered you. Umar said, Then I made my camel run fast and took it in front of the other Muslims, and I was afraid that something might be revealed in my connection. I had hardly waited for a moment when I heard somebody calling me. I said, I was afraid that something might have been revealed about me. Then I came to Allah's apostle and greeted him. He, i.e. the Prophet, said, Tonight there has been revealed to me a surah which is dearer to me than all the world, on which the sun rises, and then he recited, Verily, we have granted you, O Muhammad, a manifest victory. 48.1. Volume 5, Book 59, number 495. Narrated by al-Miswar bin Makrama and Marwan bin al-Hakam. One of them said more than his friend. The Prophet set out in the company of more than 1,000 of his companions in the year of al-Hudaybiyah, and when he reached Dhul Hulayfa, he garlanded his hadi, i.e. sacrificing animal, assumed the state of Ihram for Umrah from that place and sent a spy of his from Khuziyah tribe. The Prophet proceeded on till he reached a village called Gadir al-Ashtat. There his spy came and said, The Quraysh, infidels, have collected a great number of people against you, and they have collected against you the Ethiopians, and they will fight with you, and will stop you from entering the Kaaba and prevent you. The Prophet said, O people, give me your opinion. Do you recommend that I should destroy the families and offspring of those who want to stop us from the Kaaba? If they should come to us for peace, then Allah will destroy a spy from the pagans, or otherwise we will leave them in a miserable state. On that Abu Bakr said, O Allah Apostle, you have come with the intention of visiting this house, i.e. Kaaba, and you do not want to kill or fight anybody. So proceed to it, and whoever should stop us from it, we will fight him. On that the Prophet said, Proceed on, in the name of Allah. Volume 5, Book 59, number 496. Narrated by Urwa bin Azed Zubair. That he heard Marwan bin al-Hakam and al-Miswar bin Makrama relating one of the events that happened to Allah's apostle in the Umrah of al-Hudaybiyah. They said, when Allah's apostle concluded the truce with Suhail bin Amra on the day of al-Hudaybiyah, one of the conditions which Suhail bin Amra stipulated was his saying to the Prophet, If anyone from us, i.e. infidels, ever comes to you, though he has embraced your religion, you should return him to us, and should not interfere between us and him. Suhail refused to conclude the truce with Allah's apostle except on this condition. The believers disliked this condition and got disgusted with it and argued about it. But when Suhail refused to conclude the truce with Allah's apostle except on that condition, Allah's apostle concluded it. Accordingly, Allah's apostle then returned Abu Jandal bin Suhail to his father, Suhail bin Amra, and returned every man coming to him from them during that period, even if he was a Muslim. The believing women emigrants came to Medina, and Kulthum, the daughter of Uqba bin Abi Mu'ayt, was one of those who came to Allah's apostle, and she was an adult at that time. Her relatives came, asking Allah's apostle to return her to them, and in this connection, Allah revealed the verses dealing with the believing women. Aisha said, Allah's apostle used to test all the believing women who migrated to him, with the following verse, O Prophet, when the believing women come to you, to give the pledge of allegiance to you. 60.12, Urwa's uncle said, we were informed when Allah ordered his apostle to return to the pagans what they had given to their wives who lately migrated to Medina, and we were informed that Abu Basir, relating the whole narration. Volume 5, Book 59, number 497. Narrated by Nafi. Abdullah bin Umar set out for Umrah during the period of afflictions, and he said, if I should be stopped from visiting the Kaaba, I will do what we did when we were with Allah's apostle. He assumed ihram for Umrah in the year of Al-Hudaybiyah. Volume 5, Book 59, number 498. Narrated by Nafi. Ibn Umar assumed ihram and said, if something should intervene between me and the Kaaba, then I will do what the Prophet did when the Quraysh infidels intervened between him and the Kaaba. Then Ibn Umar recited, you have indeed in Allah's apostle a good example to follow. 33.21. Volume 5, Book 59, number 499. Narrated by Nafi. One of Abdullah's sons said to Abdullah bin Umar, I wish you would stay this year, and not perform Hajj, as I am afraid that you will not be able to reach the Kaaba. On that he, i.e., Abdullah bin Umar, said, we went out with the Prophet for Umrah, and when the Quraysh infidel intervened between us and the Kaaba, the Prophet slaughtered his hadi and shaved his head, and his companions cut short their hair. Then Abdullah bin Umar said, I make you witness that I have intended to perform Umrah, and if I am allowed to reach the Kaaba, I will perform the Tawaf, and if something, i.e. obstacles, intervene between me and the Kaaba, then I will do what Allah's apostle did. Then after going for a while, he said, I consider the ceremonies of both Umrah and Hajj as one and the same. So I would like you to witness that I have intended to perform Hajj along with my Umrah. So he performed only one Tawaf and one Sa'i, between Safa and Marwa, and finished the ihram of both Umrah and Hajj.